Coding is a long journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It took me almost a year from the starting point to my first job inside the tech industry. I'm Tung, one of the instructors here at Skillspire Coding Bootcamp. I am very happy to see you here watching this video. That means you have already given programming and coding some thought and may even want to pursue this as a real career change. I'm currently working as a software engineer at Farhad, and I can totally understand that coding can seem to be a little bit intense and challenging at the beginning. But I can guarantee you guys that at the end, once you get a job within the tech industry, it can be extremely rewarding. And whether or not you are already a student with us at Skillspire, or you are just some beginner trying to learn more and to see if this is a good fit for you, I am here to give you guys 3 pieces of advice that I think can really benefit you guys for the long term. The first advice would be to have a clear purpose, and you have to keep telling yourself this purpose whenever you want to give up the coding journey. Many years ago, I worked as a cashier and a server at a busy restaurant, and I also worked as a pharmacy technician in one of the Walgreens pharmacy. Then I decided to learn to code. After 8 months of learning and also 4 months of interviewing, I got my first job at one of the tech startup company. I know coding can be a long-term commitment, so having a clear purpose will help you stick with this commitment easier. If you join my cohort at Skillspire, I would be the reminder for you for those 4 months of learning. I would constantly remind you of why you want to do the coding journey in the first place, and I would constantly boost your capacity to the max. I will show you guys that you guys can do this. This can change your life. It literally changed my life for the better. My second advice would be to find somebody or find someone or find some places to ask your questions. You have to ask questions somewhere, right? Connect with the experienced software engineers on LinkedIn, or you can join a free coding community via Slack, Discord, or Reddit. I subscribe to 2 of the most popular community on Reddit, and I highly recommend you guys to do the same thing as well. Those 2 subreddit forums would be /learnprogramming and /CS career questions. Remember those 2, pretty popular. And at Skillspire, we have many coding instructors, coding TA, and career coaches. Those are highly available for you guys to contact, to chat with us, and raise your question at any time that you want. We value teaching people of how to learn to code, how to utilize those learning and free resources online, because like I said, there are tons and tons of free resources online, but you can easily get lost as a beginner. And finally, my final piece of advice would be to remember, coding is a long journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It took me almost a year from the starting point to my first job inside the tech industry. But I guarantee you, once you got your first job, once you have 1 or 2 years in your pocket, every subsequent interview that you want to change your next jobs or next company, it will get easier and easier. But I also want to be upfront and be honest with you guys though. I think the market right now for tech industry, for new entry jobs, are very saturated. It can be very hot but very saturated. We have graduated from coding bootcamp, we have graduated from CS degree from colleges, and we also have self-taught developers as well. So how can you get ahead, separate, and be different from these kind of people? At Skillspire, we teach you how to perfect your resume, how to communicate with the interviewer, and how to tackle the technical interview questions, the data structure and algorithm questions. We will teach you all of those knowledges. But in my cohort, I really value the communication skill set, because I think without a good talking and without a good communication, you won't be able to pass any interview. And even if you do, I truly believe you will have a very hard time once you actually join the workforce. That's why in my cohort, I will force my students to present the assignment, the project, the questions, the answer in front of the whole class, and you will have to present your thought to your teammate, to your classmate, how you actually Google this question, how you actually present this project. So I hope those 3 advices would help you guys in the long term. Again, coding can seems to be very challenging, but I found a lot of fun and a lot of excitement in my 8th month of programming. But I wish I would have someone to show me all of the road and all of the guidance in the first place. And I hope you can find somebody to answer your question as well. Remember those 3 advices. First, have a clear purpose. Second, have someone or some places that you can ask questions. And third, remember, coding is a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And I hope you enjoy and have a successful career in the tech industry.